Right now, there are two cities of Buenos Aires. One behind these fences for the G20 leaders, and one on this side for everyone else. And it does make sense because those who are attending are the most powerful people in this world. These are really the ones that are making our planet spin. Well, the folks from that Buenos Aires have recently made us realize that we are indeed living in a multipolar world where everyone's holding on to their national interests. And that ahead of the summit has led to a whole lot of problems between those who've been saying, "My country first." Donald Trump's lately been after China all the time. He has blamed Beijing for stealing technology, unfair trade, and even meddling in the U.S. midterms.
Regrettably, we found that China has been attempting to interfere in our upcoming 2018 election against my administration, because I am the first president ever to challenge China on trade.
Beijing has been much more careful with what they're saying, but they're giving out warnings too.
In the last century, we had 2 world wars, and in between them, the Great Depression. I don't think anybody should really try to have a repetition of history. These things should never happen again, so people have to act in a responsible way.
The brutal murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi has been taking its toll on how the rest of the world's been dealing with Saudi Arabia's Mohammed bin Salman. By the way, he's been in Buenos Aires since Wednesday.
Look at the monstrosity that happened in the Saudi Arabian consulate in Turkey. It must be cleared up. As long as it's not cleared up, there will be no arms exports to Saudi Arabia. I can assure you of that.
Someone else Angela Merkel's not a big fan of is U.S. President Donald Trump. Along with one of her best European buddies, Emmanuel Macron, they're trying to push for a European army. And Donald Trump really hates that idea. Now, Mr. Macron, who's really been trying to make an effort to become close friends with Mr. Trump, it seems, is beginning to have issues with the U.S. administration.
Truth said, some of Trump's recent decisions have been done to the detriment of allies.
This fundamentally overturns the legal basis for friendly ties between Japan and South Korea, and is extremely regrettable.
That was what Tokyo had to say on South Korea's Supreme Court verdict, ordering a Japanese firm to pay compensation to Koreans for forced labor during World War II. And as you heard, that ruling could be enough to reignite old hostilities between the countries. The UK's painful divorce from Europe might lead to a few awkward moments for Theresa May in Buenos Aires. The Prime Minister will be looking for new friends at the summit, and she's convinced other countries will feel the same way. We might as well bear all of that in mind when we see Team G20 getting together for the family photo. Perhaps some of those smiles will have to be faked.